Hello, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to introduce you another very powerful and handy tool called fiddler. Fiddler is a very handy tool in terms of web crawler or capture package of HTTP transaction. As we said in the last video, Wireshark is a very powerful tool in terms of analyze all the protocol of networks. But here our case that we only care about HTTP or HTTPS transactions because most web application or app application just based on these two protocols. Another advantage of Fiddler is that Fiddler can capture packages of HTTPS. As we said, HTTPS is a security version of HTTP, but it's not as secure as you think. At least Fiddler can capture most of the package and transaction with HTTPS. Okay, now let's just download Fiddler and install on our computer and see how can we use it. As you can see, I have already pasted the download link over here, so you can just simply copy and paste on your web browser so that you can get that page. And now you can choose anyone you want, and then you have to say yes, of course, and then you have to type your email address over here. Here you just can, maybe I'm not going to give a real email address, and say gmail.com. then you can start to download. As you can see, it's started to download. I'm going to cancel this downloading because I have already downloaded, and then go to my download folder. Here, as you can see, I have already downloaded this tool. Install it and just agree and install. It's just pretty common installation, so you just can finish it. And probably it's will require restart your computer if you are install Fiddler first time on top of your computer. But here I've already installed this software on top of my computer before, so I do not have to. So I'm going to close this. The installation is finished. Now let's try to use it. Now I'm going to create a shortcut on my desktop. Alright. Now please make sure when you start your Fiddler, you have to run as an administrator. Otherwise, sometimes cannot capture all the packages. So here I'm going to say run as an administrator, and now finished. Right? As you can see, this is a HTTPS. It's already captured. If you want to see the inspector, then you got the headers, and this is request header. As you can see, even though it is a HTTPS, Fiddler already got the transaction data. All right, the response header over here. We can try to send autocoder responders you do not want to care about. You can do screenshot over here if you want, and you can save these capture packages if you want, and give it a name, and then you can save it. Here I'm just cancel it. Composer is a little bit similar that we did in the HTTP requester on top of Firefox. Here I'm going to do with the http://b.org, and then we can execute. As you can see, it's already success. This is a very convenient tool, and we can also do it this way, right? As we did in the earlier, and you can get and as you can see, it's got the headers and the response data over here. Let's try to remove all those history. Now in this case, I'm trying to access Coursera, which is a HTTP based application, and also LinkedIn maybe. These two, both HTTPS based application. And let's wait for a little while. Alright, as you can see, we have a lot of requests over here now, and probably we just only care about one or two of them. So in this case, we can use here in this method here. Suppose we only just care about LinkedIn, and we can run this set. As you can see, we can filter others request out, and we just left the LinkedIn request over here, and now we can analyze them. As you can see, we have the HTTP headers. This is request header, and we have the response header over here. even though it is HTTPS. As you can see, we got most of the information over here, and you can see the text as well if you want. Text view, and what else? Maybe the statistics, but most of cases it's not really interesting. As you can see, it's also provided a chart over here. Sometimes the text and the picture, etc., those kind of information, but it's not really quite useful. Okay, that's all for Fiddler, and we will use it a lot in the future, and I hope you can play with it. And I think it's much more easier to use compared to Wireshark. See you next video.